him. It nearly killed him. Anyway, welcome to the FBVtv podcast, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube, thank you for joining us. The possibly one person that we have watching. I think it's Jared, actually. So it's kind of an impromptu season 3, episode 1. We're kicking it off. It's that new, but it looks kind of old because it's the same as season 2. But what's new is we have new guests. So allow me to introduce, across the table from me, it's Colton. What's going on, man?
Hey, it's going well. How are you?
Good. Appreciate you joining us. And over here to his left and my right is Alex. And
okay. I was like, all right.
The camera's over there, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to look into the fucking camera, Jared.
Yeah.
Did you forget how to produce already? It's a conversation between us.
Yeah.
When I'm talking to the audience, I'm just talking to the camera. It's fine.
I want you to know, Joe Rogan requested me, and I
for
denied him
fuck's
just
sake.
for season 3 of
Get
this.
the fuck out of here. I'm done already. All right. Good night, folks. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.
So that's what that was?
Young
Restraining
Jared.
order was?
That's what. That's what that was. So anyway, so we've got some interesting shenanigans planned for this evening. Interesting shenanigans being that we have 3 guys from 82nd in the house. So there's always going to be shenanigans. We haven't planned anything. This is very impromptu. So let's do what we always do, which the first thing that we do when we have new guests is we have them introduce themselves, kind of give a background, share as much as you want, as little as you want, that sort of thing. So Colton, why don't you give us a little rundown of kind of like what made you join the Army? Why'd you want to? What are you doing in the Army? And, go from there.
All right. Well, my name's Colton, and I'm from Taylor, South Carolina.
Nice.
Yeah.
Been
Not
there.
too far.
Yeah, I've been there.
Not too far. And then
To buy fireworks.
still better than North Carolina.
100%.
Whoa,
For fireworks.
whoa.
For everything.
Nah.
All right.
everything.
I disagree.
And that's the stream.
All right, so Alex, why don't you go ahead and introduce your son?
Myrtle Beach water is better than any other water. Okay.
It's not
Well,
better
yeah, it's got. I'm a fan of shooting, and it's got way more gunpowder in it from all the drive-by shootings on the strip. Yeah. So
There's only one
100%.
per hour. Okay.
North Carolina
Not too bad.
beaches are criminally underrated.
100%.
Criminally underrated. Yes.
100%.
That is a direct quote from William Fowler, actually, from season 2. If you missed it, go back and watch. Please continue.
Anyways, I like to say I joined the Army because my uncle was in the Army, and then I just wanted to live up to him. But
Nerd.
All right. Let me make something really fucking clear before we continue this podcast, okay, guys? When he's telling his story and he's giving his reasons, I don't need you guys fucking chiming in, calling him a fucking nerd. You can say words worse than nerd, okay? I already did the age restriction on the video, so it's fine. You can call him a fucking idiot, a fucking pussy, whatever you guys want.
I was saving
Okay.
for the uncle part.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Wow. We are about 4 minutes in, and we already got dark as fuck. I like it.
That's
ahead.
long enough. Okay.
What are you doing, step uncle?
You're signing you up for the Army.
So you do want to get fucked.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
It's like, is that a formal question? I am prepared to answer it.
Like, where are we now?
See, what had happened was. Please continue.
Where were we?
You wanted to live up
Something about your
You wanted
uncle.
to live up to your uncle's legacy.
We were on the roast.
No, I
of
wouldn't say
Colton.
legacy.
Or,
He came into my life when he was in the Army, and then
right.
Really came in there.
Jesus Christ. We're never going to fucking get.
can we get one sentence out? Just because you had bad uncles doesn't mean I did. Okay.
Bad touch uncles.
Yeah, they brought him gifts
And
after.
we're banned. I'm going to be out soon, so enjoy while you can.
Oh.
I got more in the house. Just have to go make a run. It's so far away. I know you don't like running.
I'll walk, though.
Please continue. I will literally mute everyone else's microphone if I have to.
No, it's
Please continue.
It's perfect. It's perfect. But so yeah, he introduced me to the Army and like what it was, and then I thought it was cool. You
Yeah.
know, I think I was 9.
I like how that was past tense. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, because I was 9, and then I thought it was cool then. And since I was 9 until I was like 17, maybe 16,
Right.
always wanted to join the Army, and then
Into the mic.
I think I'm good now.
There you go.
Always wanted to join the Army, and then the time came, and I was like, "What am I going to do?
Right.
I don't know." So I joined the Army.
You could have been swimming in that Myrtle Beach water the rest of your life.
Being from South Carolina, like Myrtle Beach is overrated.
It is. It's
I
highly
hate
overrated.
Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach is terrible.
But
But South Carolina has other beaches that are
yeah,
amazing.
Wow.
definitely.
Amazing.
What you said about North Carolina beaches earlier is, I think North Carolina beaches are more for like the private sector.
Yes.
You know, private
They're
beaches.
better than Myrtle Beach, but South Carolina has some awesome beaches.
Oh, yeah.
What's that beach that's right outside of Charleston where the lighthouse is?
Folly Beach. You think of that?
Yes. God
I was
damn,
just there.
Folly Beach is amazing.
Just there in July.
Yeah, I've been out there many times,
Sick
and
invite.
it's awesome. You drive all the way to the end of that little residential area, past all that, and then they have that little fucking that cable that's across, so you can't drive out
No trespassing
towards
sign.
the little sandbar.
The no trespassing sign?
Yes, literally.
It's got a chain on it though. You
It's
can't do it.
more of a fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
kinda cable.
Well, we would park there and just fucking keep walking.
Find
And
out.
they had like this weird concrete stage out there, like they used to do shows or some shit. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I stuck a "Am I being detained" sticker out there one time and and put a contest out on social media. And I was like, if you can find this in South Carolina, you get a free CD. And it's been since about 2014, and no one's found it. So
Somebody will.
somebody's gonna find it now. Just so you know, I don't even know where to buy CDs anymore. So please please don't try to cash in on that.
Well, this is our perfect time for me to drop my own YouTube channel. No, I'm joking.
Please do. Self promotion is encouraged on the podcast, guys.
No, I don't have it.
It is.
I lived in Hilton Head for almost a full summer.
Fucking beautiful place.
Yeah, loved it. I think it's enough.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, Alex. You get nothing else from me.
My name's Alex. I'm from South Texas, the part of South Texas that could be confused with Mexico still.
You're from Mexico.
The good part.
The good part.
The place where you get good food.
The place where the food is originated.
Yes.
So Mexico.
That's Mexico.
Basically.
I think my family was pretty well off at the time, mainly thanks to my brother. He's a business owner in the valley, and I
Right.
feel like everybody kind of like lived off of that. Everybody has a job, thanks to him almost.
Right.
And I too at the time had the same job essentially, and that's mainly the reason why I joined the Army. I didn't
There
want
you
to
go.
just I kind of wanted to create my own path. I didn't want to I guess do the same thing everybody else in my family had done for the past couple of years.
Right.
I could see everybody who was my age and grew up in the business, and I could see my life before I was there.
He's talking about drug
So-
cartel business.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Thanks for losing the anonymity.
Okay. First of all, Jared, I'm pretty sure that that's super duper accurate, but it's also offensive. Okay.
Anyways, pay no attention to the black Tahoes outside of your house.
I've seen what's the name of that fucking show on you?
Narcos.
Ozark.
No, Ozark. Yes. God damn, such a great show.
Same.
Yeah.
He's my uncle.
I was gonna say, matter of fact, wasn't the guy that similar last name? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the main reason I wanted to head out. I want to just get out. I was in college. I was bored of everything at the time. Working a 9 to 5. I don't know. I grew tired of it.
Wanted some adventure.
I just wanted to leave the state, do something else.
Right.
And decided to join the Army. Brought me here to North Carolina, to the East Coast. And
Sorry.
I
Whoa,
actually
this is a great opportunity.
I actually enjoy it here.
Yeah, it's not as terrible as most people think.
Coming from a place where it's 110 degrees on Christmas morning,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
being here right in the middle, close to Disney and Florida, close to New York, and like you're right in the middle to like all the areas you
Which
like
goes
to
back
visit.
to what Jarrett was talking about before, because Fort Bragg or Fayetteville is the halfway point between Miami and New York, which is where they trade the drugs off for the money. Yeah.
That was a coincidence show.
Better opportunities.
That's why they put you.
My
Wait, so you
placement
are
here-
in the family business? What the fuck?
My placement here was purely coincidental.
I made some phone calls.
So I mean, I think that's why I left, and I've enjoyed it so far. I mean, every bit of it has been an adventure, and I think I've made memories along the way.
All right, so now I got to ask, what is your favorite part about being in the Army? What's your absolute favorite thing? And saying you don't have anything is an acceptable answer.
Favorite thing.
Yeah.
Other than shooting guns, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, that's
It's definitely like experiencing a new family. Like, you
all
know,
right.
the
God
whole
damn,
work-
we went from
workplace.
dark to wholesome really quick. I like it. All right.
It's more of a like friend family, you know?
It's a
But not-
brotherhood. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely a place to make friends.
Yes. Yes, it is. You will meet some of the most interesting motherfuckers you will ever meet in your entire life. If you
Yes.
didn't join the Army, you would be way more bored than if you
Yeah.
did
Oh, yeah.
join the Army. That is a fucking fact. And you would not have as many fucked up jokes. Fucked up. Like the last time we hung out.
I think I
Mental
would,
health
honestly.
issues.
Sorry. I'm
Then
surprised
it-
they let me in.
Then
there.
again, with who you're married to, you still don't have the fucked up jokes. You just have all the dad jokes. Shit had my uncle fucking dying too. That was fucking great. So, what about you, Alex? What's your absolute favorite part about being in the Army? And you can't have the same answer as him. That's
Fuck.
yeah. You can't plagiarize, bro.
I copyrighted my statement.
You heard it here
or
live.
Or trademark.
I have
whatever
yet
it
to see
is.
a patent on the item, so.
It's pending.
Patent pending.
I think of the memories. I think I've met some of the most interesting people, like you said,
Yeah.
that I would have never crossed in my
He's
life.
playwright.
If you reword it,
Technically, I said that.
It's paraphrasing.
I said that,
okay?
and I didn't trademark it.
It's not
So.
plagiarizing.
I mean, when I was back home, I think I never left the state. I mean, Texas is huge. We drive 10 hours somewhere else, and we still
Yeah,
in Texas.
absolutely. Yeah.
But here I've been probably in over like 10, 11 states all along the East Coast.
Yeah.
Hiking, fishing, swimming, racing. Like just did so many things. You know, met so many different groups of friends.
Yeah.
I had friends with the Corvette Club. You know, I was hanging out with
Yeah,
a bunch of 70,
absolutely.
60-year-olds. I was only like 18-year-old there.
Bunch of great dudes in the Corvette
Yeah.
Club around here, too.
And
yeah.
I mean, all the knowledge they had, and I mean, these guys are all prior service too, like
Yep.
colonels, sergeant majors,
Yeah.
C3 force, and like
You have to be to afford a Corvette. So.
the experience that you know.
Unless you're drug families, you know.
Jesus Christ. Are we ever going to get off of this? Seriously, if somebody knocks on the door, just let me know.
Well,
the experience.
We can knock
ATF
back.
for
It'll be
FBI is going to be my first question.
You don't owe anybody money, like besides
but-
the
Oh,
IRS.
fuck the
right?
IRS too. God damn. Don't worry, I have something to defeat their
How
soft
much
plates.
have you made in drug sales? Because
After taxes.
that's taxable. Oh, wait, you pay taxes? Never mind. We don't care as long as we're getting our cut.
the
You
people
got
the people we extort pay taxes. They're getting theirs one way or another.
Jesus
And they're
Christ.
sending us free AKs.
Jesus Christ.
You got the sprinklers ready, right?
Yeah.
They're loaded.
I got.
right?
Don't worry, I have my fucking mannequin standing in full battle rattle with an AR pointing at the front door. So,
The first shot is a warning.
shit. If the ATF shows up, though, I have dogs.
Oh
Well,
well.
all
Sorry
right.
for them.
All right.
I
R.I.P.
made your peace with them.
R.I.P. to my dogs.
I have quads in the
Fuck.
back on standby.
Shit, I shouldn't have said that. Now they're gonna expedite. He's got dogs. Go, go. Jesus Christ. We're getting shut down.
This has turned quickly.
For our third and final season of the podcast.
We didn't make it past the pilot of
Weird.
the third.
You're one episode strong, okay?
That's right. Have you guys seen the first and last episode?
It was a banger.
It was that new.
We didn't think you'd meet the mafia.
God damn, we got the cartel, the mafia, the ATF. We got all the organized crime. What? The ATF has ran more fucking guns to enemies of the state than the mob or the fucking cartels. Matter of fact, the cartels got all their guns from the ATF.
Well, between the ATF
Why'd
and
you stop laughing at that?
And we paid fair price for that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so just to
it's not a joke.
just to shut up. We know. So, just so you guys know, this box here, you might have been wondering. It's got the Sergeant First Class insignia. It's fucking it's ACU pattern, so you know it's classic. With the crest and the patch and everything. So this is my buddy Roberto Skelt, who passed away in Kapisa Province in Afghanistan in 2014, and this is some of his stuff that I was able to get through a friend of mine, and he gets to hang out and sit on our podcast with us. So, I mean, it's not like ashes or anything like that. Like, it's literally just his stuff. But this is like our honoring him, fucking, because he's a really good dude. So just wanted to explain that. Just since new season, new guests. In case you guys didn't know that, that is Sergeant First Class Roberto Skelt. Good fucking dude. So
Nice.
cheers to him. And if he's here right now, he'd be like, "What the fuck, bro? Shut the fuck up and keep talking about fucking cartels and shit." But anyway, so out of curiosity, since we've gone over your favorite thing about being in the Army, now we get to flip the coin to the other side and say, what do you fucking hate about being in the Army the absolute most?
Colton.
That's why they assigned you to this.
That's an acceptable answer. Wait, so basically at your last unit you fucked up and they sent you here. They said, we're putting you in the same unit as Colton.
That's why they never send you to an airborne unit.
That's probably why. Always jumping to conclusions.
I see what you did there.
Pun.
So Colton, no pressure. In 5 seconds or less, tell us. Go.
I don't think there's
Alex.
I wouldn't say there's anything. There's nothing that would make me like leave the Army.
Sorry.
Or like not re-enlist or anything.
You got the bottle of proper? No, I mean, you can fucking mix it. Be a fucking man. Be a fucking man.
Just chug it and walk to the other side and pour another one.
You fucking pussy.
God damn, we got fucking McGregor over here. You fucking pussy.
He's the post-defeat McGregor.
Post-defeat.
After McGregor gets cancer.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow. All the jokes made in cancer's it.
Yes.
It's October.
Yes.
It's Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah,
You
what the
fucking
fuck,
Yeah.
dude?
So, which brings us to
we
our
all-
next
we all have
segment.
cancer.
You
Okay.
insensitive fucking
Brings
prick.
us to the next
Are
segment.
you not wearing pink right now?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
We all have cancer.
I'm
You
wearing,
know that, right?
I'm wearing pink underwear.
I am too.
It's a thong.
Yeah, me.
He's laughing because he's seen it.
I can see it right now.
First of all, not quite sure how that's possible. And
Well,
second
that
of
camera's pointing down.
And second of all, however you're doing that, I need to know because that sounds like a valuable skill.
I have a sixth sense. I can feel my toes, and this table's not that long.
It's pretty average. This table's pretty average.
What just happened? I blacked out. I don't know what happened. What just happened? No, what's your least favorite thing, honestly?
Like I said earlier, there's nothing I wouldn't like that makes me like want to leave the Army.
No,
'Cause,
no,
like,
not,
I'm
not
pretty
at all.
pretty tolerant with it.
And you know what? That's perfectly acceptable. Like you could say, like for instance, the worst part about me living where I live right now is sometimes people speed down the road. Is that going to make me move? No, but you know what I'm saying? Like But that is still my absolute least favorite part about this. It's a pain in the ass because people fucking fly by doing 100 miles an hour, and it's like, motherfucker, like, slow down. This is a neighborhood. I'm standing there with a radar gun. Who's got? Anybody know where I can get my hands on some spike strips?
I have a guy. It's not going to be cheap.
Honestly, I don't even know if those are illegal to own or not. They probably aren't. I mean, like,
I couldn't get you spicers, but I could get you a couple claymores.
I mean, if they could have it, we can have them, right?
okay. So first of all, we need to talk after this. Second of all, what the fuck? I'm trying to slow him down.
I think you're trying to stop the issue, not postpone it.
Yeah.
God damn.
It won't happen again.
They have Amazon Prime. They'll be speeding back the road tomorrow with new tires. I don't think they have.
We do have a discount tire right up the street. Yeah, you're right.
We get in business with them, and we're golden.
No amount of TRICARE is going to get your legs back.
Can't feel my legs.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That statement was sponsored by the CDN cartel.
Okay, Lieutenant Dan. So what?
Where's my legs, Forrest?
It's because they ain't there. We went to Major Payne now. That's awesome. Went from fucking Forrest Gump to Major Payne in 2 seconds flat. That was great. Alex, what's your least favorite thing about the Army? While Colton thinks about it.
I think PCSing.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of good friends in the past. You know, you've made bonds that were unbreakable.
You're doing it right now, literally.
Illegal
Yeah,
stuff.
literally, man.
Cool
Crying.
stuff.
No.
He meant
Frowned
legal.
upon stuff.
He meant legal.
His English not so good.
I'm from Mexico, so
He meant legal.
frowned upon stuff.
Yeah, yes. Stop.
Stuff.
What are you,
You said
German?
You said Mexico, not Germany. What the fuck are you doing?
9.
Nine.
I think that mainly because I've made a lot of great friendships in the past, and seeing these people leave and
Yeah.
you know, never seeing them again and losing contact or only being able to talk to them through the phone.
Yeah.
You know, it's a shitty reality sometimes. And
Yeah, they become social media friends, and then they just eventually kind of become.
I mean,
hey,
people go
I'm
apart.
here for training. Can you like hang out this week? And then you're like, no, I'm in fucking
Germany or
JRTC or some shit. Yeah. No, I know exactly. That shit sucks.
Yeah.
That shit sucks. It does. I still keep up with a lot of fucking people that just live in other states, and I haven't seen them in fucking Jesus Christ over a decade. And I still keep up with them on social media, and we call each other every now and then and just bullshit and stuff like that. But yeah, that shit's hard.
Yeah, it sucks. You know, you best friends and you're on the phone with them 5-6 hours because they're
Yeah.
somewhere halfway across the world and hang up
Yeah.
their phone. It's just like, damn, like we used to stay here up all night. So
Yeah.
that I guess that's the moment it hits you. I guess.
That's a huge one that I wasn't even thinking of. I wasn't even thinking about it. Like I was like trying to predict like what's Colton gonna say here. That's a huge one that sucks. Yeah, we're going back to the wholesome side of the podcast.
Oh, you thought I was going to be sentimental with it.
Well, you were being wholesome earlier.
Yeah.
You said all the cool friends. Your favorite part was all the great friends that you made. So, what's the worst part?
Well, he already took it. You know, like losing friends.
You know what? I'll allow it simply because your favorite
I
part.
said it first,
Your
right?
favorite part was the friends that you make. So
Yeah.
obviously it goes hand in
Obvious.
hand that the worst part is leaving those friends behind. So
No, just-
I
I'll
like
allow it.
how the white man can copyright me. but
Yeah,
not
it's, no,
myself.
Oh, wow, we're gonna bring race into it. Fucking racist.
We just did it better.
Racist.
You're not getting your cocaine anymore.
We just did it better. Okay. That was it.
Your price just went up.
Dude, come on, really? Jesus Christ.
As they always say in
What is
the
this?
Army, it's just to piggyback off what he said. You know.
I'm trying to go home.
I thought it was to caveat what he said.
Different generation.
Education has gone down over the years.
Different generation.
Damn.
They really said that.
to piggyback.
To piggyback off of what?
Yeah.
What?
Now it's to piggyback.
Yeah.
Do they now? Hold on a second. Do they still say Vice a lot?
No.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this movement. Vice this one,
No.
No.
like instead of saying instead of.
No.
Nope.
No.
Behoove is still.
We're-
Behoove is still
Yeah.
okay.
Behoove.
all right,
Still a
that's
thing?
still in.
It
That's a
behooves
sergeant. That's a
you.
sergeant major word.
yeah.
That is an E7 plus word
Or our first
For sure.
sergeant that was here.
Yeah. That is an E7 Plus.
She really
word.
loved that.
Yeah. It would behoove you
Yep.
She hated the rain though.
to go ahead and knock
No,
out
she
that
loved the
fucking
ring.
correspondence course before you go to school.
Fuck those classes.
It would behoove you. Fucking behoove you, bitch. So give me a rundown, like, if you're willing to share. Like, give me a rundown. Like, what do you do, like, on a daily basis? Like, what's your job? What do you?
What are you supposed to do?
Oh, wow, called out. Jesus.
Well, he
Still do
actually
more than
works. He actually works compared to me, so
Yeah.
oh,
like,
okay.
100 times.
Called out yourself.
I'm not ashamed.
I know
He
you're
really
not.
isn't.
I know you're not. I've known you since you were a fucking baby, dude. I know. I was around when your dad was changing your diapers.
You were
Like
watching, huh?
4 years ago. So, Jesus Christ. No, what do you do? Like, give us a rundown. Like, what's your day-to-day, like, responsibilities and shit like that? Like,
I keep vehicles from breaking down.
all right.
To simplify it, you know?
I wouldn't go that far. He works on them after they break down.
No. No.
Preventative maintenance.
That's right. Yeah. So you like take out your 5988s and do your little PMCS and
No.
yada, yada,
No,
yada.
that's
No, that's,
That's
operator.
you.
Just
That's
oh,
operator.
that's
you.
10 level maintenance.
Yeah,
That's
that's 10
you.
level.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to go ahead and say that.
I just hand off tools.
I wanted to say that in front of the people that
They
that
don't.
commonly say, "Nope, that's not my job. That's the
Yes.
fucking user's job." Just to see how bad it irked you, and you guys did not fail
Nope.
one bit. Instantly.
My engine sees 10 level.
As long as I'm watching, it's 10 level. So.
I like it. Jesus.
Oh, we like it too.
All right, Colton. Let's start talking about firearms.
Not going to ask Alex what he does.
What? No.
We do the same
He's-
thing.
We already know. AK-47s, shooting up fucking...
He's a nerd.
Contract.
Cocaine.
shooting up the fucking, competition.
Blackwater contracts.
Huh.
Whoa.
Nothing too
Well, I know what
crazy.
Alex does. He's fucking running stuff.
Running. He's running.
Side operation.
He's running.
Running and jumping
Running.
and swimming.
I can't swim actually, so.
He's not lying.
You're just living that stereotype.
Yeah, that was a failed attempt when he first came over. They just threw him in.
See, we were high enough in the chain where we just paid off the guards and came through the bridge.
Paid off the guards, huh? Talking about the Border Patrol?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's okay. They're not
You
watching.
said it, not me.
They're not watching anymore. You're fine.
Yeah, they're not watching because they're
Sleeping.
They're outside.
They're not sleeping.
No, they're outside.
They're in Venezuela.
We moved on to a better system where instead of going
I
to
mean,
Venezuela, we sent them to Vegas, and
oops.
it's worked a lot better.
Sorry, I didn't mean Venezuela. That's outside of the scope of Department of Homeland Security. Why would the Border Patrol be in Venezuela? That's so weird. So, Colton.
To caviar.
I'm so drunk right now. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Venezuela's not real. Neither are birds.
I can't.
You know what is real, Jared?
What's
Is
I'm out of
real.
cigarettes. The fuck? No. You're producing the podcast. We're in the middle of a really engaging conversation right now. You can't tell?
Which one? Venezuela or the cartel or
What is
the army?
Venezuela?
Same
Stop
thing.
We can bring back up the IRS.
Same thing.
What is
IRS.
this Venezuela you speak of?
Yeah, I don't know
Russia.
what you're talking about. Whoa!
Hey, hey, hey.
Whoa!
Hey.
Whoa! You mean Poland?
You mean
We don't
West?
talk about that.
You mean West Ukraine?
Yeah, Western Ukraine.
How it's looking.
It's not west. It's
That-
east.
It is east.
Yeah, it is.
But that's the first time I've heard that. I like that. That's good.
Copyright
You mean North Ukraine?
yeah, north and east. Ukraine.
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, you know what? Perfect segue. Let's talk about Putin. Speaking of failures, Jesus Christ. That dude. Okay, first of all, he's in hiding. I mean, I'd be fucking hiding too. Not because I felt I was in danger, but because I'd be so goddamn ashamed of being the absolute worst fucking failure in Russian history. Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Did you guys know that there are Russian conscripts marching towards the line of contest the
Protesters.
no, the
Contest.
contention, the line of contention,
Okay.
right? Where Ukraine and Russia are battling it
Yeah.
out, right? You know, the difference between red zone and green zone, that line, right? So there are Russian conscripts that just got, well, we don't call it a draft. It's a conscript, right?
They got drafted.
That are carrying Mosin Nagants
Wow.
that are still packed with cosmoline jelly
Yep.
from World War II.
Because you
So
just gotta.
that,
whatever they're
that,
best.
tell-
Hold
that
on.
tells me
A Mosin
two
gun is
things.
a lot better than an AK.
Hold on a second. That tells me two things. One, Russia is completely and totally scrambling to get any weapon that they fucking can into the hands of Russian soldiers, which they're not even going through a training pipeline anymore.
Oh, our
They're getting-
sales are going up.
They're throwing them fucking a gear and they're saying go.
It's World
right?
War II, right over.
It
here.
is. It is.
The front line has guns. Just pick them up when they die.
Yep. And the second thing is that I have some friends that are in Poland right now that need to bring me back a Mosin Nagant.
Two, if you can.
Yeah.
On our next
'Cause-
episode.
Oh, what? What's wrong?
We're getting a battery low error.
Battery low.
Yeah.
It's connected. Is it connected on the other end?
That's not good. Stand by. So sorry about that. Our producer. Is it not good?
We are not good.
Okay, flip it off and back on. Power off and back on.
I think we should fire this guy.
Are we live or are we back in intro? Huh, we're live? Oh.
Japan's on.
So we had an issue with the camera. Oh. Sorry, mimicking our producer, Jared, over here, pointing up at the camera. Is it good?
Yes, that's a camera.
It's good to go? Yeah, we're good. Sorry, our producer forgot to plug the camera in. So, what a piece of shit.
We'll have a new one by tomorrow.
That's why I'm working here and not for Joe Rogan.
And their restraining order. But I digress. To caveat off of that,
No.
bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. Yeah.
Piggyback.
Shut the fuck up. What?
You're already fired. Like
The-
you're just making it worse.
The gray in your beard is really
Are
standing
you on main
out.
again? You can say what you're on. You have a microphone.
We're on house
The
cam.
fucking
Speaking
two
through the
people
microphone.
watching the podcast have
One of them
acknowledged
being
that
you,
you
and
have a
one of them
mic.
being
Those
me.
two
I know.
people matter.
They're both in the room.
Those are our biggest fans at the moment. Okay.
I am the biggest fan, huh?
There.
Not you, the
Now
two
we
people
have-
watching.
Now we have one chat.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey. All right. So, Jared,
Yes.
Here's what you're going to do. Go to main cam.
Main cam.
And then you're going to go get the cigarettes out of the fucking mini fridge in my office.
Roger that, podcast daddy.
Yeah, you're really
I
fired
quit.
now.
I quit. It's fine. Literally no one's watching, so this is going to be a VOD. I handed you the actual key. Don't mix them up. You did that last time, you motherfucker.
Oh my God.
I was like, if I hand you a single key, it means because that's the key that you use. Last time I handed it to him, he's like, oh, okay, cool.
He grabs your fob.
Just fucking grabs the fob. I'm like, you motherfucker. There's like 7 keys on there. But anyway, I digress. So we're on the main cam in all of its glory. See how fucking awesome. Look at that super expensive mount system that I set up. You see that?
I'm watching it.
Do you see that awesome mount system I set up for that super expensive camera?
Legit.
No,
Yeah.
Checks out.
That Logitech webcam that I have literally screwed into the drywall of my fucking...
It works, right?
It does. It's not stupid if it works, right?
It
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, it does work. That is true. What's crazy is that webcam up there could actually be a better quality than some of the cameras I've seen people use on podcasts. I've seen people like set up these fucking 720p fucking shit cameras, and they're like, well, it's a podcast. We don't need good video quality. I was like,
But you do.
if you don't need good video quality, then don't do video. Just
Yeah.
fucking do audio. Just
Like
a podcast, like, because that's
Yep.
what podcasts generally are, right? But I like having video because, like, Jared's our producer and he's obsessed with Joe Rogan, so obviously we're gonna have video.
it's pretty good.
It is pretty
I,
good.
I do the
I watch him like once a week.
talking about Joe
Sometimes.
Rogan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
bro,
gonna
hey.
say Jared. You watch Jared
Well,
once a
yeah,
week.
every Tuesday at 9
I
o'clock.
have to, or
AM.
he won't do anything.
9 o'clock a.m. every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, 9
Besides the
a.m.
past one.
Hey, by the way, today's podcast is brought to us by Ballistic Liberty. Actually, every podcast from now on is brought to us by Ballistic Liberty because the Fat Bearded Veteran podcast is actually now part of the Ballistic Liberty brand. So we are in the Ballistic Liberty family. And so are our guests. Welcome to the family. Not your family, but you know, the other family.
I bring you
If we
to
ever
my
need more
family.
guns,
Not
your
La
family.
Familia.
La familia.
If we ever need more guns, your family's in.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Those 87,000 IRS agents they just hired.
Did you lock the door
We
behind
might
you?
need them.
Okay, good. Perfect. Excellent. Did you pack them?
Fuck.
God damn it. Do you see the fucking insolence that I deal with?
Gets hired for one
The
episode.
absolute insolence.
Their whole season.
All right. Let's talk, because I knew this was going to be a good hot button topic. You ready? We're going to talk about something very controversial and a hot topic, and there could be a lot of arguments involved in this. We're just going to go ahead and broach the subject, okay? We're going to talk about transmissions in vehicles. What I noticed that you just recently bought a Ford. Colton caught what I was going there. That wasn't even slick.
Disappointed.
That was terrible. That was horrible. So you recently bought a what?
2000, a Gen 2 Raptor, pretty much.
Gotcha. What year is it?
The 2017.
17. Okay. It's not the Shelby or anything like that, right? Like
No,
it's
The Raptor.
Gotcha. Okay. So tell us about the Raptor.
Well, it's
There's plenty of Raptors out there, but I want to know about your Raptor. Like, I want to know. I saw it and I was like, God damn, it looked good.
Well, I bought the first gen about a year ago. I just sold my Corvette at the time due to the hiking prices of COVID, and managed to get a really good price on it.
Right.
Went and bought a F-150 and a first gen Raptor.
Well, all these fucking hand signals over here. I don't know fucking American
He's
Sign
like, we got
Language.
3 viewers, but it's all 3 at this table.
It's us.
Hey, they don't gotta know that.
About to
That
be
third
4.
one is literally Alex.
It is now 4.
All right, we're at 4.
1 moment.
Great shit. I'm logged in. I'm viewing it as the wrong account. So that's great. Not that nobody knows what my actual full name is from all the previous podcasts where everyone's like, hey, Ramsey. Hey,
What
Tom.
is
And I'm like,
your
oh,
name?"
great. Now
2
everyone
out of 3.
fucking knows my name's Tom Ramsey. You fucks.
Could have been Ramsey Tom. You just gave yourself away.
Shut the fuck up. Stop talking.
You sealed the deal.
Suck my bows.
Mr. Gas.
So, what the fuck made you go from a Corvette to an F-150? I have to know this.
Well, speaking
Pricey.
of balls, they just dropped.
Well, he had that GMC, right? The white
Oh,
one?
the,
before?
Yeah,
the
the
one
one-
that starts with a Y.
Yeah.
Uh,
Was that one?
the GMC Y. I forgot. The fucking
Yukon?
name. Can drag these nuts on you. Caught him.
That's not even how it goes.
Well, how does it go then?
It's his truck. I think he can do
Yeah.
whatever he wants.
He said, drag these nuts.
So
You
you
could
can
suck.
suck on.
Let's suck on these nuts. It's not. You mixed up the Yukon and the Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
Into the same
copyright.
joke.
I said you can drag these nuts across your face.
For copyright purposes.
It's the
it
introduction
checks
that
out.
matters.
What did you
I
just
wouldn't
say?
drag the nuts across my face. It would be you dragging the nuts across someone's face.
It
Whoa,
depends.
whoa, whoa.
It
You
depends.
don't get to say how
Yeah.
people
It's-
want
no,
it.
no,
Yeah.
You can drag these
Yukon
nuts.
suck these nuts. That's or something.
You
along
would
those
still
lines.
have to consent to suck.
What?
So you don't have to consent to drag.
What is consent?
Wait, actually, the action of someone else dragging your nuts would be consent because it
would
would be
be.
them
Yeah.
consensually dragging your nuts across
I am
their
making
own
this
face.
joke more.
You know what? You're
positive.
right. It's more accessible.
It's more accessible.
We
It is.
have
Positive.
hit every aspect on this channel so far.
Oh, we're not there yet.
Yeah. Well, I found out I was going to Alaska and realized that a Corvette would be pretty much useless
Right.
in 10 months of packed up snow.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need a truck. I got an F-150. First, I just got an F-150. I was planning on keeping my Yukon. But after all these jokes,
What model or what package was that Yukon?
What is it?
1500 SOT.
Denali.
I think there's something that goes with that.
Is there a Denali one too?
It's just a serious question. Like,
Oh,
The
this is
1500
not a
SLT.
setup for a joke. He actually wants to know.
Just the SOT.
I'm asking for IRS purposes. You know.
I sold that legally.
It had 5%.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't buy
Not
it
related.
legally, but he sold it legally.
But you didn't claim it, so that's why I'm here.
That's besides the point. That's for another day to discuss.
with a man in a suit.
Yeah. I found out I was going there, so I was like, it's pretty much useless. And I was at the time where I had enough equity on it, where it just made sense to sell it. Got an F-150, and that was my first pickup ever. I've had probably 11 vehicles by now, but
Right.
I've never had a pickup.
Actually,
And
Family money.
speaking of Corvettes, I heard that you were involved in a parade.
yes, a couple.
Tell us about that.
Wait.
Good
Finish story, then we want to hear about that. We definitely want to
Wait,
hear
what?
about his story.
Are you talking about the time I'm at the
That's what I'm asking about right now.
He's not telling a story. He's explaining
explaining the vehicles
why
I
he-
had?
Yeah.
All right.
And
And
what
I'm
is-
interrupting his explanation for him to tell the fucking story.
Just,
And you're interrupting the story.
just stay behind the laptop over there, okay?
Dude, can you produce?
I'm here.
Are you talking about the
for
senator
me.
story or the
Yeah.
Let's tell. Yeah.
judge
Well-
advocate one?
Both.
What? Both.
Let's do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
what
had-
happened with that?
Are they still senator of
So I
the
had
state,
a-
by the way?
Yeah. Hold on. Are they current senator or?
I have no idea. I haven't kept track of him.
It's a state senator, though, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Was or is?
So he doesn't matter.
You
So go
can't-
ahead.
Yeah, you can't even vote anyway.
He's just a
so-
state senator. Oh, fuck it.
The other one was the state legislator. I don't know how long they're in office for, honestly.
Irrelevant.
Probably 6 years.
Just don't mention their names.
So at the
It is
time,
now illegal to do podcasts in North Carolina.
I had just put a new exhaust on the C7, and it was 2 a.m. We were literally doing nothing.
Jesus Christ.
So me and my wife go get some ice cream from Walmart, and it's like 2 a.m. Coming back from Walmart on the way to the house, absolutely no traffic. I think it's maybe a 10-15 minute drive back to the house, and in the entirety of those 10 minutes, because I was like 5 minutes away at this point, I had one single vehicle behind me, and I didn't pay much attention to it because I was going like 5-8 miles per hour under the limit because I was just cruising. There's nothing to do.
Right.
About a couple blocks away from the house, there's this huge bridge, kind of like a tunnel,
Right.
like an underpass, and I just got my exhaust, so I was like, why not?
Of course, you put it in neutral and you fucking rev it up.
I put it in second gear. And
Oh, well, there
floored
you go.
it.
Yeah, there's that too.
And being a Corvette, of course, I was going 70 plus a couple seconds,
Right.
and lights start flashing behind me, and I'm like, of course.
Oh, lovely.
The one car that's been following me for 10 minutes happens to be a cop.
Of course. You were in a
And
Corvette.
This is my first time getting pulled over in North Carolina, so I don't know the rules here. I've been pulled over in Texas going 104, and it's just, here's your court appearance ticket. Get away
Right.
from here.
Right.
And they were all dismissed.
That's because the speed limit in Texas is 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So
It helps. And I didn't know here it's like already a misdemeanor essentially going 20 over any limit.
yeah,
And
actually 15 over in North Carolina
oh, even worse.
can result in a immediate license suspension.
And I think it's a 35. I was going like 70 something.
Yeah,
And
that'll do it.
I got speeding stories too.
Well, the cop was super, he's super nice. He's professional, everything. I was
Right.
super professional to him too. So he's going to cut me a break, and I'm like, oh, thank God. I just got this car. I've had it for a while, but I was like,
Right.
I'm in no position to be paying tickets right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Comes back and he gives me a ticket. I was like, what is this? Like, I was surprised because it was the first time that happening.
Did
and I
he
was
drop it down to like
No,
10
he-
over or
like,
something?
he didn't. But
Oh, wow.
So that's why I was
Fuck.
like,
he was like, he was super polite and professional with
Yeah.
you, and then he was like, go fuck yourself.
70 and 35.
Well,
but
he was like, instead of you going to jail,
yeah, so I didn't know
you're getting a
that.
ticket.
I
Most of the
had
time
no
they're not
idea
gonna
of
take
the
you to
law
jail.
here, and he's like, I'm gonna
Unless
cut
you
you a break.
endangered someone else, they're usually not going to take you to jail.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna cut you a break, and I was like, what's your definition of a break? Because I'm like, back in Texas, I'm like, this is as high as you can go.
No, was it a state trooper?
No, it was a city cop.
It was a city police
Yeah,
officer?
FBVtv cop.
Wow, that's surprising.
And he's like, I could take you to jail right now, right? And I was like, what? I'm like, for going like a couple miles over, he's like, I could take you to jail and impound your car like right
Yeah,
now. He's
he
like,
could.
I'm cutting you a break by just giving you like a hefty
15
ticket.
miles an
and I
hour
was like,
over.
wow,
Yeah.
I had no idea. And anyway, the next day I have a parade with a Corvette club that I was in at the time.
Right.
And we're at we're downtown right next to the courthouse, and everybody's like, you have
You were a
everybody
little
there.
early for your appearance.
Yeah, you have the mayor, like the state senator, the legislators, everybody
Right.
there. You have all these college girls from
FSU.
FSU.
Yeah,
I think they just done some sort of pageant. So there's all these like 20 plus girls like with dresses and crowns and everything.
Right.
And each one of them is getting into Corvettes, and I'm just there, like sitting down and waiting.
waiting for this hot chick to come sit in my
And
Corvette.
just,
Yeah.
like, and this guy, like the biggest guy ever, just starts walking towards my car. I'm like, hey, what are you doing, big guy? So I assume he's one of the mayors or whatever from the city,
Right,
some city
right.
council. And everybody has these like suction cups to put their signs on the cars because
Right.
they're fiberglass, so they can't use magnets.
Right.
And his assistant forgot his. So I had no idea who this guy is, who just like cock blocked, the entire day. I showed up only for this.
Right.
So I was just like, wow. And, I'm just there like kind of all down. I was already pissed off. I'm like, anyway, like, so who are you? Like, just stayed in my car. I'm just like, closed the door. I locked it. He reached in, unlocked it. I'm like, so who are you? He's like, oh, I'm the state legislator. And I was
Like,
like,
oh, come on in.
you want some water? I have Coke. I have soda too.
Some Jack.
And he's like, I'm a city clerk. Yeah, my passenger seat's broken. You might want to.
The airbag tends to go off.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Signal doesn't
crazy.
click,
It's like state legislator. Oh, come on in, buddy.
I was like, so you know a couple attorneys, don't you? And I think he's been through this before. He just looks over at me. He's like, what did you do?
Yeah. Well, he knows you're a Joe.
Of
So
course.
he's like, okay, all right.
Of course, I explained my
Probably
situation.
related to the car I'm sitting in. Go ahead.
Of course, I explained my situation to him, and he's like, wow, like, I had only seen this in movies prior to, but he's like, coolest thing ever. Just like snaps his fingers and like 4 assistants come running over. He's like, hey, get on the line with this attorney downtown and
Right.
give him his name and number and tell him I sent him. And I was like, fuck yes. Like, I was like, he's hooking it up. He's going to do something. And
Yeah.
all these news crews come to like interview him and everything. And I'm like, this guy's important. This guy's
Yeah,
cool.
that's somebody to know for sure.
And a few days later, I just got a card, letter in the mail saying that my
Case was dismissed.
case was dismissed.
Yeah, he
So-
probably called Billy West, and he was like, "Hey, man, this dude gave me a ride in his sweet Corvette. Let him fucking slide." And fucking the DA, Billy West was the DA,
Oh,
probably
yeah.
DA at the time.
I remember
Probably-
that story.
Probably looked at it and was like, "I mean, I don't even want to fucking have to deal with this case." It's just
So luckily, I was able to get out of a couple hundred, maybe $1,000 worth of
Yeah.
ticket there, and a couple points in my license. So that was a pretty cool experience. That
Now I gotta ask. When the Fayetteville police officer pulled you over, did he tell you how fast you were going, or did he ask you how fast you were going?
he asked how fast I was going.
He didn't get you on fucking radar. That's why it got dismissed. He did not
No,
get you
so
on radar.
well, it said radar speed in the ticket. I don't know if it matters because I knew how fast I was going.
How did you answer when he asked how fast you were going?
I told him I wasn't looking because on the Corvette you could customize
estimated
the
it.
screen.
He estimated it. I
And
guarantee he didn't have radar running.
You could customize the
It's probably
screen.
a
And
laser.
I had a buddy
No,
who had.
and they use KA and fucking
I got my ticket on laser.
LiDAR.
I mean, if he
Lidar.
estimated, he was,
Fayetteville?
Yeah.
Jesus.
he estimated it pretty well.
Stepping
'cause
that game up with that fucking charger they got.
I
That
saw.
was
No,
a
this is
K9
one of
unit
the.
for me.
He had one of the old 2007 Chargers. So I don't know what technology he
Jesus
had in there.
Christ.
But
Probably a watch commander or some shit.
I'd heard a buddy of mine before how he got out of a ticket because of equipment malfunction. Because in the Corvette you can customize anything in the dash.
Well, dude, in North Carolina, you get you can get this fucking thing called a PJC. It's called a prayer for justice continuance.
Yeah.
Where basically they suspend the sentence, and as long as you don't get in trouble again for the next 2 years or whatever, it goes away.
Nice.
It literally goes away.
Oh, I know. I got one.
Is North Carolina a show state?
What do you mean?
You gotta
So,
go.
Show
buddy,
him your gun and you drive away.
What?
okay, so a buddy of ours,
Yeah.
not really accredited, but
All
he
right.
says
Sensei.
yes.
Okay.
He said,
Go on.
if you asked for them to show your speed, what they captured, they have to show you.
They don't have to show you shit.
Oh no.
That's what I
no,
thought.
No,
They do not have to
They
show
do
you
not,
shit. They don't have to show you a fucking thing. They don't even have to tell you how fast you're going. If they have it on
If they
radar,
can't tell me, then I can't tell them. So
they're gonna
Good
put it on-
answer, good
they're
answer.
Gonna put it on the ticket regardless, and it's good practice no matter what to never fucking admit how fast you're going, even if you
Yeah.
know exactly how fast you're going. Don't even estimate it.
Nope.
Tell them.
I told him.
I don't know how fast
I
I
was
was
under
going.
the impression
I
that
told
I
him-
was under the speed limit.
I had told him that I put the car neutral and revved. So
Yeah.
technically I did not accelerate it at all. I lost speed. So I was like, I have no idea how you say I'm speeding. But I had a buddy of mine tell me that since we can customize the screens, that he would just
The lie detector
customize it.
test determined that was a lie.
he could customize it to where it wouldn't show the speed, because there's a tiny portion that has it like an analog, but
Right.
everything else is digital. So you would just turn it off. You would put a transmission temperature rather than the speed or something. So I switched everything and see what's coming. And I was like, oh, I had no idea. I couldn't see the speed.
All right. So what other what other stories do you have? Just out of curiosity, because I've got one. I've got one that's a fun, exciting Fayetteville Police Department excursion. It wasn't in an excursion, but it was an excursion. Because I heard there was another one.
I was arrested for racing back in
Oh.
before I joined the army, maybe 6 months before I joined the army, and that also got dismissed. But the only time I panicked because I know when you enlist, they give you this whole show of, hey, don't get in trouble, don't get a ticket, don't look at a cop wrong, because if you have any ongoing cases,
Right.
your contract gets voided and you don't
Yeah.
ship out.
Yeah.
Of course, I
That
get
is
a
true.
brand new Mustang.
This was
Two-
in Texas.
Yeah, a couple months before going out, and I had been like talking so much shit because we had a shipment of like 8 cars to the city. I had pre-ordered mine. And I was probably one of the 8 people in the city to have that car at the time. The
It was a Mustang?
2015 when the
Oh,
first.
so you got arrested for running a bunch of people over?
Yeah. There was no survivors.
Crowd control. Crowd control.
That's right.
Riot control.
Control them by killing them.
And they can't sue you. They can't fucking show up to court.
That's right.
Wrong.
The
And-
executor of their estate might show up, but still, you know.
That's besides the point.
You know, funny story is like I guess this kind of goes to relevance into this. I'd always told people that my wife was kind of like a bad luck charm when I was in the vehicle.
Really?
Because at the time she wasn't my wife, but I had put over so much time because I was a little car club with all my buddies and everything back when we were 16.
I was trying to
Criminal.
I was trying to show you what happens every time I'm driving when my wife's in the passenger seat. Oh God! Look out! Oh my God!
And what's it called? I had never, I've been put over 100 times for speeding, racing, whatever.
Jesus Christ, that's excessive.
And I had never got a ticket. I was always like,
Happens.
I remember when I was 16, some cool cop. And
Right.
he was like, I used to just
It's
keep
Texas.
keep it down for
Yeah,
me
yeah.
and, walk away. But the first time I got a ticket, I was taking her home. And I had a car in Texas that's required to have a plate in the front and in the back.
Right.
And I had it, tucked in the windshield because I had a sports car at the time, an RX-7. I just didn't like how it looked in the front.
Right.
So I just had it tucked in, and I got a ticket
Just breaking the law because it
For-
looks better.
for breaking the law.
Yeah.
Looks cute.
I got a ticket for that.
He was traveling, not driving.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Maritime law states.
Traveling fast. Okay.
I got
Sorry,
another
are we on
ticket.
the water?
I thought this was America.
Am I being detained?
This is
Come on.
international roads.
Am I
right?
being detained?
I got another ticket for like tinted windows, I think, again with her. And then I got another ticket for going maybe like 3 miles per hour over the speed
Sounds like
limit
she
with
needs
her.
to drive separately.
And I was like, I don't know what it is, but I was like,
Her
but I
problem.
think it's you.
She needs to drive separately.
It's not
And-
me. It's you.
She said I was always mean for saying that. But the 4th time, this is when I got arrested in the Mustang. I had just gotten in the car.
Dude, four times.
It's
That's not.
scientifically proven.
That's not being mean.
4 tickets.
That's not being mean. That's just paying attention. Like,
After the 4th time, it's excessive.
She's like, you were the one doing stuff illegally. And I'm like, you were the one in the car. Like,
Why didn't you stop me?
I do
Henry?
illegal shit all the time. I
Yeah.
never get caught
I'm like,
unless
it's
you're
been
here.
like that since I got the car 3 years ago. Like, but I was taking her home again that time, and
Right.
I just had to stop taking that route altogether. And her home goes away from the highway, and I've been talking so much shit about how the new Mustang was faster than like the Shelbys and everything, just talking out of my ass.
Right.
And-
Oh, was it the fucking what do you call it? The
Five-Os.
new 5.0. The
Yeah.
fucking what do they call it? What were they calling it at the time?
The S550s.
No, there was a nickname for it. Coyote.
Yeah, the Coyote.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it was. And
Yeah.
what's it called? I was about to take the turn left, and Shelby happens to go by us, and she was like, "Oh, well, you said your car was fast," and I was like,
So it is her fault.
"Yes." I'm like, she instigated.
No, that makes perfect sense that you guys weren't married yet, because you're like, I keep getting in trouble every time I take her home. I'm just gonna. She can just live with me now.
Yeah.
And so I don't ever have to take her home again.
Fucking. it's a
She's
loophole.
coming back to my house.
It's a loophole, but it checks
Yeah.
out.
Fucking totally
And
checks
of course,
out.
we go to the highway, and it's like late at night, 11 at night, and there's absolutely no cars. We raced 2-3 times,
Except a Shelby.
and we raced the first time, and it's pretty much a dead tie. Raced
Right.
second time, dead tie. Raced the third time, and we're finally like open road, and I don't let off, and he didn't let off, and we're probably going like 120 something, and I start super slowly, like creeping away from him,
Right.
and I'm like, that's enough for me. I let off, and I'm like, that's a win. Like,
Right.
and we're looking at each
Then
other.
he flipped his blue lights on, and
We had never met each other, and we're saying goodbye, like just to the windows. I was like, "See you later, man."
like
and
fucking Fast and the Furious.
about to pull a U-turn, and he was behind me.
See you again. Whoa. No, sorry.
I thought he was flashing his lights to say goodbye, and then they didn't stop flashing. And I was like, "Oh no!"
That's not him.
and I see like 3 troopers behind us, and I'm like,
Jesus
fuck.
Christ. Those are the ones you don't want to get pulled over by.
Those are the
Yeah.
ones that you don't want any
You
trouble
get a
with.
ticket.
I put over to the left. He pulls over, and I just see the trooper like slam his door. I'm like, I can't even talk to him nice right now. Like,
Fuck.
and
That's
yeah.
when you go, no habla inglés. And then he's like,
Está
hola,
bien.
¿cómo está, policía? And
He
you're like,
fucking,
oh, fuck.
I put my window down and like
Then you say, no habla español.
I'm waiting for him to ask for my license. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna be professional. I'm gonna like he yanks me out the car. Like
Fuck.
he yanked me out through the window, like put me against the car, and I think I was I was scared almost when I was going out. I was scared until he slammed me, and I was looking at the other guy because he was still in his car, and his eyes just fucking opened up. Like he was panicking, and
It's like, fuck. My partner's about to get fired.
no, like the guy who I was racing, because he was still in his car.
Oh, no.
So like, he's seeing. I was in front of him, and he's seeing.
He's
this
sitting
go
there
on.
going, I'm next.
Keep my window rolled up.
Like, I want to talk to your supervisor right now. I think it's scarier when you know what's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
And he puts me in cuffs, put me in his car, and my brother's married to an attorney at the time, so I think my hands were small enough where I was able to get out of the cuffs when I was sitting in his car, and I started texting her right away.
Jesus
And
Christ.
I slide the cuffs back on, and I put him back so he doesn't beat the shit out of me or something.
God damn.
And it sucks because he was super aggressive at the beginning, and when he's sitting in the car, like writing up the information in the computer, because he put me in the passenger seat
Right.
up front, and then he's there and he's talking to me and everything, and I guess my wife mentioned that I was about to ship out like in a month or two,
Right.
and he's like, bro, like you're going to the military, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, I was military. He's like, I retired, staff sergeant or whatever.
Fuck
Tells
is
me his
wrong
little
with you, man?
And no, he's like, man, like this could fuck you up, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you should have told me something. And I was like, that was before or after you yanked me out the window? And I think it would have seemed a little bit.
Before or after I slipped the cuffs?
Little bit. I think it seemed a little bit selfish. You putting me out the window. I'm like, wait, I'm almost military.
I'm joining the army.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna tell that to every fucking time I get pulled over now. Like,
Wait,
is this gonna mess up my chance of joining the army? Because I'm supposed to go to MEPS next week.
We do
He's
not
like-
care.
He's like, don't worry.
Yeah, Fayetteville police officer be like,
They would not care.
oh, that's cool. I was a Marine. Fuck you. Get in the car.
We get 10 of you a day. We don't care.
He's like,
It's
man, he's
nothing
like,
but
I'm gonna put in a
fucking Jews.
good word. I'm gonna put it in the notes. Hopefully the judge go easy on you. And I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, just let me go.
Just delete that shit.
I'm like, he's like, if I wouldn't have called it in, he's like, it's already too late. I already sent it up. I'm like, God damn it! Like, you gotta ask people if they're gonna
Fuck.
enlist before you do that. Like,
Bro, if I was
Before I yank you
if
through
I was
your
a-
window,
if I
are
was a
you
state
gonna
trooper-
list?
You just
if I was a state trooper, I'd be like, I think my radar's messed up. I need to come in for recalibration. It looks like he wasn't going that fast.
see what you should have said is you just disrespected a future uniform.
You know that kid's in the army now?
Yeah.
That's
He
fucking
He-
insane.
he's on TikTok. That's how bad
fucking
this is.
insane, dude.
that was another like super like lucky situation because I had kept going and going and going to the DA's office,
Right.
and the secretary and everybody working there would just essentially tell me like, hey, like you were stopped for racing. Like I'm gonna keep you honest with you, your court's not gonna be in a month. It's gonna be like a year and a half out from now because you're bottom of the list to like these serious crimes. So essentially, I was like, well, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
And I just kept going every day thinking that if I bugged them enough, just maybe, they'd talk to someone. And one of the days, probably like maybe 20 something days before I ship out, I had already talked to my recruiter, and he's like thinking we're gonna have to postpone it or delay it or like drop me like completely. And the district attorney was walking in at the time, and he's like, you're here every fucking day, like what do you want? And I explained the situation.
It's another speeding ticket.
And I was like, I explained the situation. He's like, you bring me your orders that you're supposed to go to MEPS this day. He's like, and we'll talk. So of course I run to the house, I come back, and he's not there anymore. But
Jesus.
he told me, hey, the secretary's like, hey, just come back tomorrow. He'll be here.
Right.
Sure enough, he's not there tomorrow. But she talks to him on the phone. She goes to the back of the office for like 30 minutes. I have no idea what's going on. She comes back with the paperwork with a stamp.
Right.
She's like, hey, it's been dismissed. He said if he sees you here anytime after the 16th, you're getting fucked
You're
up.
fucked.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I will not come back.
We're gonna take you behind the courthouse and beat the fuck out of you. Yeah. So
that was
I had a interesting experience with the Fayetteville Police Department. So I got pulled over. Mind you, this was fucking forever ago. I was driving a 1997 Eclipse GST, and I decided it would be a good idea to turn right onto Rayford Road from Hope Mills Road and try to race some fucking piece of shit Honda. So it was a piece of shit Mitsubishi versus piece of shit Honda.
GSTs were amazing.
And I loved that car. It was slow as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. It was slow as balls, but it was fun. It was a quick car. It was not a fast car, if that makes sense. But I decided, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna race this dude, right? And I had my ex in the car at the time. Fucking similar situation, right? The last 4 times I've been pulled over
I
was when I
mine.
had when I had a girl in the car. So but anyway, so I fucking start speeding up or whatever, and then both of us immediately see a cop ahead of us, and we're like, oh fuck. So I slow down and I pull into the Burger King parking lot. I'm like, oh yeah, I was just going to get a Whopper, bro. No big deal. It's hot and ready. Like I wanted to get there now, So
That's Little Caesars.
I pull into whatever. So I pull into the Burger King, and one officer, I see because the dude just kept rolling, right? And I see one cop go, lights and siren after him, and I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm like, all right, cool, maybe they'll just go after him and they'll ignore me, right? They just saw the Honda speeding, I wasn't racing.
They only go after the runner,
Yeah, exactly, right? I just pulled over immediately, right? But I mean, it didn't help that there was a puff of smoke from where I hit my brakes, but not a big deal,
Just
right?
testing the suspension.
And so an unmarked police car fucking pulls in behind me, and I'm like, fuck, I would have much rather had the marked car. Like, Jesus Christ. That means this is either a fucking traffic enforcement guy that gets off on giving tickets, or it's a supervisor. So I'm fucked, right? So the officer gets out of the fucking car, and he pulls in right behind me in the parking spot at fucking Burger King. So I'm like, yeah, I'm fucked, right? So he walks up and he's like, hey, man, let me get your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. I'm like, yeah, no problem. And I was like, hey, just out of curiosity, why are you pulling me over? And he was like, don't be fucking stupid, dude. And I was like, God damn it. I'm just praying like, he didn't see anything.
Maybe
somebody told him we were racing, and maybe he didn't see it. Oh, no, he saw the whole fucking thing. Right? So
Yeah, you should have played it off.
he didn't. No.
As soon as he
At
was
that
like,
point,
let me see your driver's license. You'd be like, is this a traffic stop?
I mean, the lights and the car behind me kind of gave that away. I
But
figured
officer,
I
I
was
was
detained at
parked.
that point.
How did you?
So I've been here for an hour. Like, I could have got
engine's-
away with that if this was like DoorDash era.
My
right?
my
Okay.
engine's cold. Like, what are you talking about?
It's because of that cold air intake. My front mount intercooler. So he fucking takes my driver's license, registration, and all that shit, and walks back to his car, and he sits back there for literally 30 fucking minutes. And I'm just sitting there going, God damn it, 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 God damn it. And my ex is sitting in the passenger seat like, what the fuck is taking so long? You need to fucking like get out and go tell him like we don't have all fucking. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Go ahead and get out.
No, we are not doing a goddamn thing. We're gonna sit the fuck here, and you're gonna shut the fuck up. She starts getting pissed off because we're supposed to be somewhere or whatever, and I'm just like, you're gonna shut the fuck up. We're not doing anything. We're gonna sit here. I don't care if we're here till fucking 9 o'clock at night. We're gonna be sitting here. It's not a problem. No problem, officer. Hey, sorry for the wait. No problem. No problem. You want me to suck your dick? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's fine.
She's
Like-
sitting at the window. We have a right to a speedy trial.
Shut the fuck up, bitch! So
Do you know who my dad is?
so what they were waiting on is they were waiting for the other traffic stop to get processed, and then he charged me with willful speed competition, which is street racing, essentially. And he's like, I'm just going to let you know right now I could take your car and your license. I'm not going to do that, but you are going to have a mandatory court appearance, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no problem. I was like, I totally understand. And he's like, so you and your buddy are both going to be fucking going to court, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I have no idea what you mean by my buddy. He's like, your buddy that you were racing. I was like, I have no idea who you're talking about. And he was like, yeah, okay, whatever.
he's
And
good.
I was like, no, seriously, I have absolutely no idea what the hell you're talking about. I was like, yes, I did accelerate. Like, I was like, I'll admit it. I'll 100% admit it. I was like, I'm not going to sit here and fucking lie to you. You know, like, I accelerated probably at a rate that's unacceptable. I was like, I didn't break traction or anything like that, but I mean, I was like, I gunned it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I was like, but I wasn't racing anybody. I don't know anybody, whatever. Because literally at the time, like when I turned right, like the Honda like flew up on me, and so I was just like, oh well, fuck it, and like hit the gas. So I wasn't like racing him or whatever. I was just trying to like show off.
I tried
like,
to bullshit that with my story because when I got arrested, I denied because my brother was like best friends with the judge, and he's like, I said so many times like, were you racing? I'm like, no. The judge asked me, he's like, were you racing? I'm like, yeah, I was. He's like, I saw the fucking video. I'm like, ah, god damn you.
So, this is the best part, right? So I go and I hire a lawyer, right? I hire Chris Godwin, one of the best fucking lawyers in Fayetteville history. This dude is fucking awesome. So I tell him what's going on. I tell him everything, and he's like, all right, well, let me look into it, and then I'll let you know how much it's going to be. And I'm like, can you give me a ballpark? And he's like, it's not going to be cheap. I was like, fuck. He's like, willful speed competition? He's like, that shit's expensive, all right? Like, because I'm going to be going to 3-4 different court dates.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. So this is fucking awesome. So he goes out, and he measures the distance from the turn where I turned, right? Because even in the police report, it states that I turned from Hope Mills Road, took a right onto Rayford Road, right? And he measures the distance from there to the parking lot at Burger King. And he goes, the stock Eclipse GST from 1997 does not have enough horsepower and torque to reach the speed that they stated on the ticket and still be able to slow down and pull into Burger King safely. It's impossible.
Yeah,
To reach that speed and then to be able to stop and turn into the Burger King is impossible if what they said on the ticket. So they already fucked up on the ticket because they didn't get me on radar.
Yeah.
They were sitting in a parking lot outside of their vehicles when they saw us accelerating,
by.
and then they jumped in their cars and took after us. There was no radar. There was no nothing. So they lied on the tickets. So because of that, my lawyer was like, so check it out. I'm not going to charge you anything. I was like, what? I was like, are you fucking serious? He's like, yeah, I'm not going to charge you anything because I'm not going to have to do anything. He's like, all I have to do is just keep continuing. And he's like, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, all I have to do is keep continuing. He's like, I know the guy that you were racing. I was like, I wasn't racing him. He's like, what the fuck ever, right? Like, he's like, I know.
Got his ass. Got him.
I know who he hired. I know who he hired, and he hired a good lawyer. And that lawyer is going to do everything in his power to prove that you guys weren't street racing. And when he does that, you can't race yourself.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he's going to get his shit reduced to like failure to maintain lane or like, you know,
But by default,
some kind of lower charge, right? That's just going to get a couple points on his license and blah, blah, blah. But if it's not willful speed competition, then you have to charge 2 people with willful speed competition. You can't just charge 1.
Yeah.
Who are you racing? If this other person was deemed to not be racing, who were you racing? There's no charge there. It's gone. It doesn't exist. So his charge got fucking dropped to something below willful speed competition, and mine got thrown the fuck out. So my lawyer was literally like, yeah, I went out there and I had some of our fucking, I had our interns go out there and fucking measure shit out and this, that, and the other. And I had this great idea. And then I talked to his lawyer, which I found, because I found out, you know, just bullshitting or whatever, that he was representing the other guy in that. And I was like, oh, well, he's got all these great ideas and he's going to go do all this work. All I got to do is continue it until they get that shit lowered. And then I can just go say, well, he can't race himself, Your Honor. Oh, yeah, you're right. Dismissed. He got it fucking thrown out and he charged me no money. Nothing. Charged me
Awesome.
nothing. Fucking, what a G, dude. What a fucking G. What an OG. There was another time where my dumbass had a Nissan 200SX, okay, which is essentially a Sentra, a 2-door Sentra, right? And I had these awesome subwoofers in the trunk. And I would drop the back seats so you just get that full fucking bass, right? But my dumbass had blue LEDs embedded on the speakers,
Oh.
and they would flash. So I'm driving, funny enough, down Rayford Road, and I get pulled over by Fayetteville Police Department, and they're like, hey, I noticed some blue lights flashing inside your vehicle. And I'm like, yeah, it's from my subs. And you're like, yeah, you can't have blue lights flashing in your vehicle. That's literally illegal, you know. So here's a ticket. And they gave me a fucking ticket. I'm like, fuck. So I got a ticket, which is a kind of a dick move. If they pull me over and they see it's from fucking subwoofers, the fucking cop literally could have been like, bro, just fucking put your seats back up so that you can't see the blue lights flashing. I see it's just subwoofers. You weren't trying to pull somebody over or whatever. It's just coming from your subwoofers. But you need to turn that shit off, disable it, turn it off, or put your seats up so that you don't have to deal with that. I'm like, all right, yeah, no problem, right? Like, that wouldn't have been an issue. But this cop was literally like, nope, ticket. Don't give a fuck. I'm like, whatever, right? So I go to court. Show up to court. I'll make this quick. I show up to court, and I recognize the DA that's representing the state of North Carolina against me in this fucking case is a former coworker. He used to be the lawyer. He used to be the legal counsel for the company that I was working for at the time, right? He left and went to work for Fayetteville, the city. So I was like, oh, shit. Well, I know him. I was like, I wonder if I can just go talk to him or whatever. And I'm sitting there. And, you know, when you're sitting in traffic court, it's like, so-and-so. And they're like, not guilty. So-and-so, guilty. So-and-so, continuance. So-and-so. And they just call the names. And they're just reading off the dockets. And they're getting the pleas, right? So when you plead not guilty, you're basically sitting in a queue to wait to go before the judge and talk to him, right? Or say, hey, I'm still trying to get a lawyer, right? And fucking, so I said, not guilty. So I sat and waited for them to call all the other dockets, and I'm just waiting. And then they called me up and they said, Mr. Ramsey, you know, have you gotten legal counsel for this? I was like, I'd like to represent myself. And they were like, okay, well, plead your case. And I was like, all right, here we fucking go. Like, never done this shit before. And I was like, Your Honor, I would like to move for a mistrial. And he looks at me like, this motherfucker, like, what the fuck? It's traffic court, bitch. What the fuck? This ain't a goddamn murder charge. What the fuck is this shit? Some fucking douchebag. And he was like, on what grounds?
Yeah,
and I was like, on the grounds of conflict of interest, because the district attorney representing the state against me in this case is a former coworker of mine. And the fucking judge literally looks over at the DA. His name was James Baker. And the DA looks over at me and he's like, motherfucker. And he looks at the judge and he's like, Your Honor, we're going to dismiss the case. And he's like, all right. And then they call the next person. And literally the fucking ADA writes some shit on the back of my docket and hands it to me. Said, okay, you're free to go. And I walked out of there, and everyone in that fucking courtroom, in that Cumberland County courtroom, was looking at me like, this motherfucker. And I walked out like, big and in charge, like, goddamn right. I swear to God, when I fucking walked through those doors, the fucking Law and Order fucking sound went, dun dun. It was fucking awesome. So that's how I got out of the last 2 tickets I got. I did get a PJC, though. That shit was awesome. It was awesome. Matter of fact, the last ticket I got was a PJC. Because all the tickets I got before that, I got thrown out. Now, the first ticket I ever got, I definitely paid a lot of money. A lot of money to get that shit dismissed. But that was in New Hanover County, down in fucking Wilmington. Speaking of beaches.
Fuck that place.
Jesus Christ. Fucking sheriff's department there was just trying to fuck me, dude.
I got a dump ticket.
But anyway.
In Jacksonville.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
Right.
I did not do anything.
Of course not. You can tighten it up if you need to.
Yeah.
There's a little knob there. Yeah. What happened in Jacksonville?
I was on this road.
Yep.
It went from like 55
Right.
to a 45. I'm going 55. I'll admit my speed. Going 55.
Right.
We got
In a
him.
45.
him.
That's not a big.
You're under arrest.
We did it, boys.
All these years.
Undercover, joined the army, 6 years for this moment.
No, this was last year.
You're definitely
All
going to
these
jail
months
now.
for this moment.
So it's 55. I'm going 55. I see the
Sure.
45.
Yeah.
I slow down. Start going 50.
Right.
5 over 45. You know, it's normally not speeding.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Nobody's going to
Average.
pull over anybody for going.
Well, there are some
Yeah.
assholes that would, but yeah. No.
Well-
generally speaking, you're getting away with it. Yeah.
So-
North Carolina 1 mile over.
Nine, you're fine. 10, you're mine. That's
Or
Yeah,
Bragg.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So I'm driving down the street, and then there's a cop just sitting on this road right about here.
Right.
He decides to cut me off. I'm going 50. So he just pulls out in front of me,
Right.
and then I don't know how fast
He's
he went.
proving a point. He was doing 45.
He cuts me off, so I have to slow down
Right.
for this to not hit this cop. And then there's
Does he
another
pull you
cop.
over for falling too closely after he
No,
pulled
no.
out in front of you?
There's, there's another cop in ongoing traffic. Claims he clocks me going 60 into 45. And then there's a third cop on the right side of the road, just sitting there
was
watching.
it a fucking speed trap?
I don't know, like he cut me off. Like I had to slow
Was
down.
there a bunch of traffic, or was it just you?
No,
or?
it was after the cop pulled out and cut me off. It was
Right.
me, another car, and then the cop right in
Right.
front of me. But the cop that was ongoing traffic claims to clock me at 60. And then
Okay. So that was a lie.
this is in Jacksonville, so
Well, yeah, it's
fuck
a
that
lie.
officer.
Wait, Jacksonville, North Carolina,
Yeah,
or
North
oh,
Carolina.
okay, yeah, that's definitely that was a lie.
Yeah.
They were hoping you were a Marine. Let me get this goddamn boot.
Yeah, so
I did my 4 years. I was a Lance Corporal.
Did you not get a parade rest at him, or why you piss him off?
Why ain't your
no.
shirt tucked in?
yeah, he did
What
have
you
his,
doing in this Taco Bell without your shirt tucked in, you piece of shit?
He did have his patrol cap on, so I didn't respect him. So he pulls me over. It's some parking lot. He goes, "I got you going 60 on them." I'm like, I wasn't going 60. Like
Never even hit 60.
and he was like, "You were following my buddy," and I'm like, "No, your buddy cut me off."
Right.
The
So
guy
what
that
you're
was on
saying is your buddy officer was speeding, doing 60.
yeah, and I was like, I'm thinking in my head, I was like, I bet that's your supervisor, isn't he? Like, you're not gonna,
He's trying to
you're not gonna
impress
say
him.
anything, right?
Yeah.
So I asked the cop, I'm like, so you clocked me out of 3 cars going 60, and he goes, yeah.
Yep.
And then the cop that was on the right side of the road just pulls up to him as backup, and they're both sitting there. I'm like, so what about the cop that just like kept going, the one that cut me off? I'm like, he just, oh no, he's like, yeah, that's my buddy. Like, he just keeps going. I'm like, so, but how'd you?
So wait, if I
Clock
was
me at 60.
behind him and you clocked me at 60,
Like-
wasn't your buddy fucking speeding too?
Well, all 3 vehicles were traveling at the same speed.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Wasn't your buddy fucking speeding too?
But
Oh.
how'd you clock me? And I'm like,
So double standard.
They-
Okay.
as soon as he passed us, like all 3 of us, he turned his lights on. I'm like,
Shut
dude,
the
I'm
fuck
behind
up,
your buddy. Like,
Jared. Sorry.
I'm like,
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Season 3.
Fucking Jared's like, season 3 is great so far. Love it.
That wasn't me. That was a guest.
it was Joseph, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Joseph.
Barfield was supposed to promote that.
Yeah, fucking Barfield.
Anyway.
Fuck the Jacksonville Police Department. By the way,
Fuck 'em.
I agree. I had one run-in with them, and it was very unpleasant.
that was my second ticket given in North Carolina. Only 2 tickets I've ever gotten was in North Carolina
Not surprising.
after being in the Army.
Not surprising.
The first one is way less.
Well, you gotta
Cool.
look at statistics here because he wasn't driving until he got to North Carolina. So
Oh no!
Well, I mean,
I was driving without a license since I was.
He was
traveling.
traveling.
that's even better. You never got pulled
Yeah,
over.
exactly. Yeah. You know, because that's
can't
why.
lose points if you don't have a license.
That's another reason why South Carolina is better. Because,
You can't get
They
points
don't-
if you don't have a license. Jesus Christ. Can't suspend my license if I don't have one.
What do you
Sir-
mean? What do you
sir,
mean
you're
I'm getting
going
to jail?
Yeah, sir, you're going to jail. Where's your parents?
It's cool. I'll just slip my cuffs and get a state legislator riding my Corvette. Everything will be fine.
The next guy.
I'm
who
about
wrote-
to ship to Maps.
Moral of the story: get a Corvette and let the fat guy ride.
No. Moral of the story is hire Chris Godwin and know the DA. Jesus Christ.
And then Rogers.
Mistrial, Your Honor.
I cannot overstate how fucking like absurd the fucking tone in the room turned when I said, Your Honor, I'd like to move for a mistrial.
I think the judge was just like,
This guy's
you know,
watched too many
He
movies.
starts looking around like, what the f- isn't court TV, bitch?
he just looks over. He's like, he covers his mic and can he do that?
What the fuck? This is traffic court. What the? This is traffic court. I don't understand.
Objection
A fucking mistrial.
sustained.
Overruled. Order 2 cheeseburgers.
And on that somber note,
Fuck Jacksonville.
fuck Jacksonville.
Coleslaw.
Police department.
No, you don't have to
And
specify.
coleslaw.
You don't have to. You don't have to specify police department. Just
In a
fuck
sh-
Jacksonville in general.
And also a
everyone
shout out
that
to
lives
Fayetteville.
there, works there. Fuck Jacksonville. It sucks.
On the story of coleslaw.
It's literally Marine Fayetteville. It's crayon eating Fayetteville.
They
That's
don't even
all
have
Jacksonville
potable
is.
water. Like,
Oh God, dude.
terrible.
Have
Jared
you
knows
or a
about
family member been affected by Jacksonville's municipal water? If so, you're entitled to compensation.
$2.12.
Yeah, which
You
is
must claim this on your taxes.
$2.12, which is $2 more than the 3M lawsuit for the fucking hearing pro.
Don't forget to file that on your taxes.
Anyway, I think that's gonna about do it. We appreciate you guys for stopping by. These guys have to get home to their wives and shit. Wow, we finally got a fucking viewer, and we're ending it. So
Keep it going. Keep it going.
wait, are you guys serious? You gonna keep going?
Who's viewing? Like, who?
I don't know.
A viewer comment on
So,
this.
yeah, it's
keep
Alex's
going.
wife, so that she can go in the live chat and be like, "Are you guys almost done?"
If you comment,
No,
we'll
we're
go
gonna-
on for another 6 hours.
No, we're gonna call it. We appreciate you guys for stopping by. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this on the VOD, we really appreciate it as well. Jared is signaling something to me.
Hand
You have a
signals to me.
microphone.
It's your mic.
Your segment where you ask around.
Okay, yes. So we do this thing at the end. It's season 3, so we could change it
We're
up
gonna
if we wanted to,
continue.
but we're gonna continue the tradition, which is we do final thoughts. So have you ever watched like The Daily Show back in the day when Jon Stewart was on it?
I don't think so.
Okay, get the fuck
Who?
out of my studio. Did you just say who?
I zoned out. Not even hear what you said.
All right, Jared. Sign us out. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. No, we do final thoughts where basically you just say, you give someone your final thoughts. You just fucking let something out. And we're going to come back to you because there's a trend. Alex, let's get your final thoughts. What do you want to tell the viewers?
Marry the ass, pay for the tits.
There you go. Jared?
Buy a Corvette.
And go to parades.
Yeah, and go to parades. Let the fat guy in.
All right. Colton?
Fuck Jacksonville.
I like it. And my final thoughts will be if water was whiskey and I was a duck, I'd swim to the bottom and never come up. But water's not whiskey and I'm not a duck. So I'm going to drink this drink and shut the fuck up.
Till
Cheers.
We get fucked up. But
Yeah,
sure.
to be fucked up. Cheers.
Yeah,
We
something like
appreciate you guys for stopping by. Thanks to Colton and thanks to Alex. Special thank you to Jared for producing this episode.
He's pointing
We
again.
we are going to eventually find a producer full time so that Jared can actually sit in on the podcast, which would be pretty cool. We want to say a big thank you to Jared for welcoming us to our new home on Ballistic Liberty. If you guys can, please go check out Ballistic Liberty on YouTube. We do a lot of firearms reviews and accessories and all kinds of cool shit. Probably anticipating Colton and Alex eventually being on a couple episodes of Ballistic Liberty, testing out some firearms, maybe possibly soon.
After the giveaway.
Every Tuesday at 9 a.m. you can expect a video from Ballistic Liberty. We kind of had a hurricane come through, so we get a fucking free pass on this past week. But we really appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks for watching. If you guys would like to be on the podcast and you're local, or hell, even if you're semi-local, please send an email to contactfbvtv@gmail.com. That's contactfbvtv@gmail.com. If you have something you want to promote, you want to come on, and you want to talk about some shit, fucking shoot us an email. Let us know. We appreciate it, guys. Until next time, signing off.